Welcome back to another theory video. As you see, Jules, we have a guest with us today, Mr.
We
Mike
sure
Harlow. How you
do.
doing?
Yes, I'm so excited. I've literally never been more excited for anything I've ever done than coming on with you guys. I've I've been been
That's
waiting so all week flattering. for Thank this. you. I have to We say were hi to my just as mom excited. because we both have been watching you guys for like years. The entire time we've been watching Servant. So I'm so excited to be on here.
fantastic. Yeah, appreciate the support to your mom as well. But this is how we do these theory videos. We try to read through all the comments and pick through which ones get us going the most, right? And it's winding down here. We are almost halfway through already, which is crazy. We have to appreciate the show while we still have it. So I know you're going to be upset, Mike, when it's over. This is your favorite show, right?
It's like the only show I like. I feel, and I've been trying to get everyone I know to watch it to no avail. Like I'm just trying to tell anyone. Nobody will listen to me. Everyone is sleeping on this show. I feel like it's kind of just like the antidote to all of the crap that's out there with like CGI and all that. I love that it's just like complex storytelling and characters. There's no green screens, there's no CGI. Thank God there has been not one word of politics, which I love. And I feel like that's kind of the only show out there that's like that.
It is a very
Yeah, can't
unique
can't disagree with
show.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I try to watch anything that's good, but there's something about Servant that makes it special. So, yeah, I'm going to miss it, but we still have a few weeks left. So let's take advantage of that time. But more importantly, let's try to figure out what's going on. So we're excited to hear your theories. You can jump in and say them whenever you want. You're on here. Let's make the most of it. But we are going to read some. So we're going to start things off with Billy. She says, the dream scene, I think, is showing what's to come. The ghostly figure looks like the drawing in Leanne's notepad in season 3 commitment episode. I'm going to pull up an image of that right now and have a side by side and see if it really is that similar. But what did you think of that ghostly figure, Mike? Any
I
theories on
agree. I
that?
definitely think it's what's to come. I'm thinking, and I kind of am hoping this isn't the direction they go, but I'm thinking it's going to get a little apocalyptic. That her bringing back the dead or defying orders or whatever is just going to bring about like the end of the world.
Wow.
Okay. Because it seems a
That
That'd little be very demony. sick.
it definitely does. I mean, that would be
And that ties
crazy.
into what we're seeing also in the beginning, the opening credits, where it's sort of her just looking out at sort of like the
Mm-hmm.
city in rubble.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. And I love how they
I
changed
like
it for the
that.
final season too. It's so creepy
Yeah.
that intro.
Oh, it's
Man,
so good. It's so good.
gets
It's
me.
so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it gets me. Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's going to be true, but I don't know yet as of this point. Like I want to make my like final predictions and be like, this is what's going to happen, but I'm so confused. I have like
Well,
no
like, and
clue.
no matter how sure you are, the next week you're like, never mind, throw it all out the window.
Yeah,
That's it. Got
I
to
know.
start over from square one.
Yeah.
I think this, you guys were talking about this last week, and Jules, I think you said that the ending is going to be like the end of Carrie, with the house being like the gym.
Yeah, well, so that was a comment that someone had made on the previous video, but I mean, I could totally see that. I mean, it definitely gives those vibes for sure.
And they've been setting that up since like the very beginning. So I think it'll be one of those things where whatever ends up happening with the house, we'll look back and rewatch the show and see that they were planning that for a
Mm-hmm.
long time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
no
gonna be
doubt.
so cool to see. Like whenever that pays off and they do whatever they're gonna do with the house, because it's been happening since season 1. So it's like this slow burn up until who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, do you think the house is gonna be destroyed by the end? Probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're all going to be destroyed. I don't think anyone's getting a no happy ending here.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that would be very servant though.
Yeah, it
I
would.
should say though, by the way, my theories are always wrong. Like I was convinced in season one that Sean was going to turn into a doll. So don't take. I don't know anything.
Listen, just because you're creative, own it. I love it. I hope they all turn into dolls at the end.
Because they had like the puppet with the chef, and he had the
Mm-hmm.
splinters, and I was like, oh, he's turning. But so I'm always wrong. I don't
Got
know.
some got some reverse Pinocchio going on there.
Yeah. Well, that's someone last week said they think Leanne is just the mannequin that we see all the time. Yeah,
I
I
thought that was
mean,
kind of
who
plausible.
knows? I could be.
like that's what I'm
Because
saying.
it's weird. There have been these certain things that the show sets up, and it seems like it's signaling to you that this is an important thing, like things that they zoom into or whatever. And the
Mhm.
mannequin was one of those. And then we kind of just never hear about it again.
Yeah, and it's in Leanne's room right now, right? I'm pretty sure I saw it like last week or the week before.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
What
sure
was
I
her
saw it.
name? Mrs. Something. She gave her a name.
Oh God, I'm not gonna remember that. Let
It
us
was
know in the
Mrs.
comments.
Something.
Somebody knows. Let us know in the comments. I'm sure somebody will figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you want to read yours?
Yes. All right. This is from Elaine. From what I've heard, the nurses are around for 5 episodes. Ooh. Sean is the one who left the baby in the car. He's being nice because he's so guilty of all he's done. I believe he's been putting things in the food. What? Especially for Dottie. I don't believe there's anything supernatural. Wizard of Oz shown over and over. The house hasn't grown. It's another part of the basement. Of course, it doesn't make sense architecturally. It's a TV show, we must remember. Enjoy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
That's
have to say,
fair.
I've been leaning a little bit more towards thinking that there might not be so much supernatural myself. But that's crazy about Sean. I never thought about that with Sean.
If you don't think it's supernatural, then do you think Leanne doesn't have powers too?
I mean, it seems like it's supernatural, so I'm trying to think of like how they I don't know. I think she has powers, but I don't think that things are exactly as they've made it seem. Like I really wonder if Jericho was ever brought back to life.
The thing with the baby and the doll turning back and forth early on in the show, and Sean just basically being terrified that if Leanne leaves, then Jericho's gone, then that starts Dorothy into this whole downward spiral again. So, like, there's so many things that are still unanswered, and I hope we do get answers, but I hope we also enjoy those answers. That's another thing in itself. I know you're scared of the Shyamalan effect, Mike.
Oh, please don't Shyamalan it. Please don't Shyamalan it. I'm very nervous about that. That there's going to be something, some ridiculous twist at the. Like you said, I just want it to all make sense and be satisfying. But I'm worried about them Shyamalaning it.
It might
There will be a
happen.
lot of rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's like
It
they
might
were
happen.
really just all in purgatory the whole time. I'm like, oh, shut up. Just tell us what happened.
That's what I mean. Like there's so many ways it could turn out. Like everything that's going on that side of things that you just said, and then plus the house that we just briefly mentioned, plus Jericho, plus Dorothy and Leanne. Like how's that going to resolve itself? There's so many things, and we have what, like 6 episodes left. It's crazy. I don't know how we could possibly predict because there's so many different things to predict. So if anybody nails everything, I tip my cap. Like if I just nail one thing, I'm gonna be happy. Just one.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
all I want.
there's so many variables. I feel like if you do guess the whole thing, you definitely have inside knowledge. Like
Yeah.
Shyamalan's your homie or something.
Right. Yeah, because it's not like when we did the after party. Remember, Jules? Somebody cracked the case like 3 weeks in,
Yes.
and
Yes.
exactly.
And I'm
what
mad that I'm
happened.
not that smart.
Yeah, but I don't think that's possible for this. I really don't, because they saw.
Yeah, not a chance. Not a
They
chance.
saw like hard evidence in the after party and they said it, and we went back and watched the tape and we're like, he's right. Uh-oh, now what do we talk about? Like he's right, he figured it out and he was right. But like this, I don't think it's possible. So anybody who predicts anything at all, small, big, anything, I'm gonna be impressed, because it's very difficult with the way they're hiding things, and we're expecting certain things to play out certain ways, but are they going to? Next week's the Halloween episode. That's going to be insane.
Oh, I'm excited
Yeah.
for that.
Well, not
And
next
it
week.
looked
In
like
2 days.
in the trailer, it looked like it was the Halloween episode where Leanne like tackles Sean and there's like chandelier flying. It looked like that was from the Halloween episode.
Yeah, I think this episode's going to be the best one yet. I
Well,
really
I mean,
do.
she's tackled pretty much everyone else, so
Yeah.
But it looked like, because, thus far this season, Leanne has just been, I mean, she just carries around Sean and Julian's balls in her purse. So I think that
Yeah.
might finally start to flip next week.
It might. Well, before we go to the next comment, I need to know, Mike, who's your favorite character?
Dorothy. I am team
Okay.
Dorothy all the way. And Julie, I love Julian also, but it is a travesty that she has not been given every award in existence for this. Like the
She
fact
is
that
incredible.
Yeah, she is.
the fact that like we started season one just thinking she's insane and delusional and hating her, to coming full circle and loving her as much as I do now. She's out of her mind, and that's why I love her. And also, I think she delivered the best line of the entire series. I don't know if you guys remember, this was in season one when she said to Julian, "Not all families are as normal as ours."
Oh God. Yeah, they're so normal.
Yeah, you bet, Dot.
Yeah. Like, imagine this was real and you were their neighbor. Like, come on.
Move, get out,
Yeah,
get
out of there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd just sit on my porch all day with popcorn and just like watch it happen.
Just watch. Yeah.
I love people watching. It's great. And it would be endless entertainment. Who needs Netflix?
Just like,
Not
just
me.
duck the birds and the flies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. Now, since you're Team Dorothy, does that mean you're hoping Leanne dies?
Oh man, I love them all, but I hope Dorothy is victorious, whatever that means. I just know whenever that episode comes, and it feels like it's been hanging over our heads like an anvil, when Dorothy inevitably finds out about what happened to Jericho. Ooh, I can't imagine how that's gonna go over.
Because that's something that I feel has to happen. That
Yeah.
we need to see that play out. It would be,
I almost feel like it wouldn't make sense if it didn't.
right. That's where I'm going. Like, that's something that we need closure for. And if we didn't get closure on that, I would be a little annoyed, because that's been going on since the start, you know? She's been back and forth and back and forth. And remember how different she was before the baby actually turned into a baby? Remember how she was so just different, and then she got a little momentum. She was in a good place, and then her and Sean's careers kind of flipped, and now Sean's up here and she's basically out of work. She's not working really.
Yeah.
So that's something I need to see pay off. So I hope so.
I was just say, she is She-Ra. She can overcome this. I believe in you, Dorothy.
We love it. Team Dot.
Team Dot.
Yeah.
I remember someone made fun of me the way I say Dorothy. They commented, their comment was just Darthy. That was their only comment.
Remember that.
Dorothy.
That's all they said.
I feel like I start saying it that way too, because I'm used to hearing you say it like that.
Yeah. Which is how I say it. So next comment, that's Kiss and Bell, right?
Oh, yes. Prep yourselves. It's a long one. Okay, so Kiss and Bell says, Sean told the nurses that they have experienced a lot of loss, some tied to this house, Dorothy and Julian's mom being one of those losses, and others. Does that mean that more than just the mom and Jericho? Frank made a comment to Julian in Boba about Dorothy and Sean needing to sell this house because there are too many ghosts. I wonder how many people have died there and if that dark figure is the cause of the deaths in that house. There have been a lot of weird scenes in this show, like the teapot heating up on the stove when Leanne comes back inside after the attack from the cult members in Tiger, when no one was in the house to put the teapot on. Then during the flashback in Pizza, when it showed a very pregnant Dorothy being ordered on bed rest and the smoke alarm's going off while she's alone in the house. She goes downstairs to find a towel burning on an open flame on the stove. Has this dark figure been the cause of these things? Has it been trying to kill everyone in the house and the cause of Dorothy and Julian's mom's death? Jericho's death? I know Leanne has said that she feels like the dark thing in her is growing, but I kind of feel like this dark figure might be a different character that has been following this family for generations.
Ooh.
Okay, Kiss and Bell.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
That's a good one. Mike, what was your first thought when you saw the dream sequence with Leanne, with it going up to the house and then seeing the shadowy figure? What was your first thought when you saw that?
I thought it was just a premonition, but I'm starting to think that that makes a lot of sense. And I think that Boba episode, a lot of seeds were planted there that we're going to look back on. I think there were a lot of very cryptic things that happened in that episode. So I think that's really possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of that. Like, I know that we were talking earlier about how like maybe everything wasn't like Leanne's powers or whatever, but if her powers were combined with whatever this dark figure is doing, I mean that could explain a whole lot.
Yeah, good point. On that note, with the dark figure and with them just basically having a curse, and with what Frank said about the house, too much loss, is there something we're gonna get? Like, okay, do you think we'll get a flashback or some type of actual proof what happened the night Jericho died?
I'm just thinking about that. I don't know.
If it happened the way that they say it happened, I think the only way that that's going to happen is if and when Dot like comes to realize like the truth about what's been going on the last couple of years. That'll spark what actually happened instead of the version that we saw.
Right. So what I'm getting at, I don't know if I buy the story that we got with Dorothy was the one who left him there. Some people think it was Sean. So
a lot of people think it was Sean.
Right. So I don't know.
And you think they've just been like gaslighting her this whole time, letting her think that, or I mean, letting her just be delusional?
Yeah, I think that's a possibility.
I mean, think about it. Is that really all that much worse than what they actually did in the real story? Giving her a doll, and with Natalie, that's what I've wondered a lot too, by the way. Where is Natalie? Because I never trusted her, and she's kind of disappeared a bit. So, I mean, I don't think that that's like all that much more terrible than what they actually did. But I think it's kind of becoming clear that there is definitely something involved with this. It kind of all goes back to what Uncle George said that time. This is a godless house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So happy he's back.
Oh, I love him so much.
So happy he's back.
I agree with you guys, though, by the way. He has been the good guy the entire time. He was trying to warn
like
them.
Wild. How wild. I'm so mad like I didn't think about that until we saw that comment.
Yeah. I really think so. And I think he's gonna get some kind of victory, whether it's small or he's been through so much. He's bound to have some type of win. You know, it's coming. I think it's coming. But
I agree. And another unanswered question that we need to find out is, what about Roscoe? Because at the end of the last season, it looked like he was with Uncle George, but then we saw him talking to Leanne on the phone this season. So I don't know.
Right. So
I think he's just under some kind of mind control either way.
And remember the guy with the hook that he brought up? The hook hand guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the creepiest scene, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, you got to wonder if he's just playing Leanne. I don't think so, because I think he truly bought into her at this point, but it's possible. And you got to wonder how him and Uncle George are going to be, because they had some sort of relationship. They did. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I think it's going to be an interesting scene. So I hope we get that soon. And I hope we get a lot of Uncle George in the next couple weeks.
I don't know how the hell they're going to wrap all this up in like 5-6 episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's one thing that makes me nervous. It was initially supposed to be 6 seasons, and then they made it 4. I'm like, how are they going to get through all of this?
Oh, it was? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was going to be 6 seasons, and then he said he decided that it would be better as 4. So
okay.
I kind of agree. I mean, so far anyway. It seems like they're on a good pace to finish this out at 4. I think it might have dragged on a little too long by 6.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather have 4 seasons where every episode is
really
great.
good seasons.
Yeah, than it to get shitty.
Yeah, true. Because it's been a really good pace. For the most part, there's barely any filler, in this whole show. It's just really good episode after episode. So yeah, I think that was a smart move. All right.
That's interesting though. What I think it was Elaine said, that the nurses are going to be around for 5 episodes. I'm like, so that means that they've got some real significance in the plot. They're not just passing through.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how I feel about them yet.
No,
I love them so much.
They're a little.
I want to go out for cocktails with them.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know if I'd want to live with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I want to retire in Miami with them.
All right, we got Meg Delaney. This is a good one, and it goes back and forth. So she says, could Dorothy be Leanne's mother? Dorothy could have blocked it out. Perhaps the father is the unknown him of the CLS, the dark spirit. Leanne was adopted, but her gift proves too powerful, and she burns up the house and found by the CLS. They train her and give her assignments. Then she finds out about Dorothy. So then Mary Termini jumps in, and she says, I personally think she may be Sean's child. Maybe he had some sort of relationship with Leanne's mom before he met Dorothy. That would be insane.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that happening.
But do you think he knows?
I never thought of that.
Me either. But these are the type of things that we have to be open about, because anything is possible at this point. Like, literally.
And you know what's interesting about that is when you just asked me since I'm rooting for Dorothy, do I want Leanne to die? I'm like, I don't see it being that kind of ending where, like, you know, one of them wins and the other gets pushed off a ledge. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a lot more messy and complicated. I feel like basically no one is going to win here. There is no winning for these people. The one sort of assumption that I have, my one kind of theory, is that I'm really starting to wonder, like I said, if Jericho was ever brought back to life and if it's just some kind of mind control thing. And I'm thinking, like we said with Roscoe, I think a lot of this can be tied back to some kind of mind control. It could explain the cult just like teleporting like they've done a bunch of times. It could explain I think so far, basically, the biggest direct unknown of things that we've directly seen is why Jericho keeps reappearing and disappearing when Leanne leaves. So, and I think that could tie into one scene that I always thought was really strange was last season, the scene with the milk, when she's having Julian pour the milk until it overflows. And then he drinks the whole glass and he looks like he's possessed. Could be some kind of mind control thing. So maybe she's just controlling their minds to think that Jericho is alive.
Wow.
I mean, that could definitely be plausible. I could see that happening for sure.
I'm also wondering if any of these characters that of course sort of disappeared are going to come back, like Natalie or the officer. Aunt May, I don't think we ever got any resolution for.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
I forgot about her.
I know, she kind of just got replaced by Aunt Josephine.
Yeah, she was like the first aunt that we met. That's a great point. She has to make it. She has to come back. I think we're going to start seeing all the legacy characters come back, and we'll get a payoff. Yeah, we'll get some kind of payoff for everything. I think it's got to happen that way, because this show is so meticulous in the way that they give you some information and then it builds and builds and builds. So I don't think we were going to get anything early on that isn't going to have an effect on the ending, because there's, like you said, there's like 3 characters that I can think of off the top of my head that I need to see again. Plus Julian's girlfriend from last season. I forget her name.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to think of her name, though. I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, she sucks.
I never trusted her ever, not even for a second.
I really hope that she is in the cult, because I said that so many times last year. So I hope so.
You did. I remember that.
Yeah. I hope so.
Plot twist. She's actually the Hook Man.
Oh my gosh. Imagine. Okay. Is there anything else that we want to get off our chest before we wrap this up?
I think Toby, I hate to say it because I love him, Toby is too nice for this world. He's a goner.
Yep. Toby's done. Toby's definitely dying. That's one
Guys,
prediction I'm
no,
willing
I
to make
like
now.
Toby.
That's why he's gonna
though,
die.
Like,
too
I
nice
don't
for
think you're
this
wrong.
world.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're wrong because everyone else is an asshole except Toby.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of the only innocent in this entire show.
Yeah, no, he is. He's literally just trying to make a career for himself and working with a
He's
renowned
like,
cook.
y'all are crazy, but he's famous. So, like, I'm a scoot in here.
I'm just gonna do this work I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
whatever he says and hopefully make a name for myself. But yeah, I think he's done. I think he's definitely gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you guys, you know what's interesting? If you look at the description for this next episode, it says Leanne goes out hunting her enemies on Halloween. So who are her enemies at this point?
I think that's just gonna be anyone that she thinks is in the cold. Anyone.
Anyone in her path.
Yeah, but like everyone's gonna look suspicious to her, especially on Halloween.
On Halloween. Yeah, this episode is gonna be fantastic. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. It's
I bet you someone's gonna have like makeup on their back that looks like scars and it's part of their costume, and she'll think that they're in the cold.
Oh, that would be fun. Not for them, but for us.
Definitely not for them. Yeah.
I'm so not ready for it to end. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
It's great. Yeah, I love this show. It's why I got Apple TV. It's why I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, same. I always cancel it when the season's done and get it again when it comes on.
Smart move. All right. So this is where we're going to open it up to everyone else. What do you think's going on? Do you agree with these comments that we just read? Do you have anything that no one said yet? Do you have any bold predictions that you think are definitely going to come true before the season's over? Because I would love to hear that.
I think the only thing that I would say with certainty is I think Toby's going to die. Other than that, I have no clue.
Well,
okay, does anybody have a good reason Toby will live? That's what I
let me know. Yeah. Is there any hope?
I am team Toby.
Imagine if the ending is just he's the last one standing and he goes off into the sunset with Jericho.
That's the ending I
stepdad.
Want.
Never gonna happen.
This is Jericho's stepdad.
Oh man,
God, dude.
I think though it really speaks to what a great show it is. That what other show in its final season you still don't really know who's good and who's bad and who you're with. Like I can't think of another show like that.
Yeah, and it's awful for people like me who can't make a goddamn decision because this is making it so much worse. I'm back and forth every episode.
Me too.
They do such a good job with hiding what's truly at play here. So that's why, like, it sucks that it's ending, but I said it before, like, it's so cool that we're gonna see how it ends. Yeah, because I want to know. I want to know so bad.
And I think it's so rare to have nowadays a show like this where there, like I said, is not all about the CGI and the IP and everything. And it's just really good storytelling with complex characters. That doesn't really happen much nowadays.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely. And like paired with the, like how they shoot the scenes and stuff. Chef's kiss.
It's so good. It's so good.
Wow.
I'm going tomorrow to see M. Night's movie, so hopefully it'll be good.
I'm gonna see it this weekend. I can't wait. So
you'll have to let us know.
Julian is in it. That's what I'm most excited for.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really happy he decided to work with him again and join that cast because I think he's gonna be really good in that. It looks really good. I can't wait to see that movie. So, yeah. See how it plays out. Mike, thanks so much for coming on. You're welcome to come back whenever you want. So I think
thank you guys so much for having me. This is amazing.
Yeah. Maybe we could do like a round table before the season's over with us and Kizenbell.
That would be nice. That would be so much fun.
Oh and my God. Yes, I'm anytime.
Make our like concrete final stamp predictions. And that's it. We'll see if they work out.
Leave your comments below. Tell us your theories. Subscribe to them. Follow them on all the stuff. Hit the bell, like, share, subscribe. Do all the YouTube-y shit.
Perfect.
Wow, we should just put that at the end of every video.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks
See you
again,
next
Mike.
time.